As a high school student in Montreal, Howard Rockman was fascinated with biology and chemistry and had the rare opportunity to volunteer in a medical lab at McGill University.
I basically, cleaned radioactive test tubes. Really, the combination of science and understanding, disease really triggered an interest and a desire to go to medical school.
His interest in medicine evolved into fascination with the heart after a first-year class on cardiac physiology. It was the start of a trajectory that eventually led to Rockman becoming a nationally recognized expert on cardiac hypertrophy and heart failure. His discoveries have led to development of drug therapies to treat heart disease. He has been honored by the American Heart Association with a Distinguished Achievement Award and by being named a Distinguished Scientist, an honor reserved for those researchers who have made extraordinary contributions to cardiac research.
To this day, I still love it, teach it to the medical students, the first year medical class, and study it in the laboratory, still trying to understand how the heart's working.
As a native Canadian, Rockman was raised on hockey, but excelled at science. He earned a bachelor's degree in biochemistry at McGill University, where he also earned a medical degree. Seeking a strong cardiovascular program, he performed back-to-back fellowships at the University of California, San Diego, and was hired as an assistant professor, then associate professor of medicine.
The amazing part there was a coalescence of ideas that really jump-started my career.
That was in the 1980s and 90s, when gene manipulation research was quickly gaining traction in animal models. But no one had yet been able to accomplish it in the mouse heart, until Rockman.
And that was a major breakthrough. We were then able to develop all the methodologies, or most of the methodology, to analyze cardiac function. Then we were ready to test different genes.
At that point, he began a long-distance collaboration with Duke's Robert Lefkowitz, who in 2012 would win the Nobel Prize in Chemistry. The duo made important discoveries on how beta receptors work in regulating the heart under normal and diseased conditions. This work continues to lead to breakthroughs in drug therapies for heart disease. Rockman was then recruited to UNC Chapel Hill, where he worked for 2 years with Nobel laureate Oliver Smithies.
And that was going very nicely, but I noticed that my connection to the receptor biology and the work that was going on here at Duke was increasing and it really became the focus of my laboratory.
He came to Duke in 1999 and continued to make important discoveries and also excel at teaching medical students and mentoring cardiology residents and fellows. He says his most coveted awards are those that recognize his teaching and mentoring ability. He is the only recipient to date of both the Duke University School of Medicine Research Mentoring Award and the Master Teaching Award. In 2015, Rockman was named director of the Duke Cardiovascular Research Center. He is clear about his goals.
The overarching vision is to have a home for star scientists that will essentially transform cardiovascular medicine.
Rockman and his wife Claire met when he was a resident in Montreal, and she was an intensive care nurse.
Initially, we didn't really hit it off because she was telling me what to do all the time, and she was right. She was right. She was right.
They have 2 grown sons. The couple is quite active with water and snow skiing and cycling. Rockman only recently gave up hockey after winning a couple of local league championships.
They didn't boot me off, but they did notice that I was getting a little slow on the ice.
Where he wasn't slow was with his decision to move down the road to Duke back in 1999.
I felt that being here would allow more opportunities for me to enhance this research focus. And sure enough, it all worked out.